From wanting to fight 4 bouts in a year before retiring, to finally feeling completely accomplished in the UFC, Conor McGregor has revealed his post-UFC retirement plans. The Irish MMA fighter has been dominating the promotion for many years now. He's also been one of the most polarizing figures in the world of combat sports, with his charismatic personality and unparalleled fighting skills. Over the years, McGregor has expressed various plans regarding his retirement from the MMA. Way back in 2016, he stated that he planned to retire by the age of 30, but he later retracted this statement and continued to compete. 2 years later, in 2018, the UFC star revealed a new plan. He hoped to fight 4 times in 2018 and then retire from MMA competition so he could focus on his business ventures. If it wasn't obvious already, this plan fell through. McGregor ended up only fighting once in 2018 and has continued to compete in MMA since then. Fast forward to 2023. The Irish UFC fighter is now 34 years old and he has a new plan for his retirement. McGregor announced that he plans to retire from MMA after his next fight, scheduled for later in the year. According to him, he's achieved everything he wanted to in this sport and is ready to move on to the next chapter of his life. McGregor has also expressed his deep interest in putting more focus on his business ventures. He's been very successful in this aspect of his life, with multiple businesses to his name. One of the most successful was his own brand of whiskey, Proper No. 12. The name Proper No. 12 is derived from the Dublin 12 postal district where McGregor grew up. It was launched in 2018 and became an instant success, with the company reporting over $1 billion in sales in its first year alone. The whiskey is produced in Ireland and is a blend of Irish grain and single malt whiskey, which has won awards for its quality. August McGregor is another enterprise of his. It's a fashion brand co-founded by Conor and his close friend David August. The brand offers a range of men's clothing items including suits, jackets, t-shirts, and hats. The UFC legend has been actively promoting the brand and wearing its clothing during public appearances. And I have to say, it works. People want to wear what he's wearing. The brand is inspired by Conor's style and personality, and it's been received positively by the public. The clothes are designed to be stylish and comfortable, making them perfect for both casual and formal events. McGregor has been the face of the brand, promoting it during his fights and on social media. MacLife is an online lifestyle and entertainment platform owned by the UFC legend. The platform was launched in 2016 and it features content related to his lifestyle. It also includes things like his training, diet, and travel. MacLife also covers Conor's personal life, including his family and friends. The platform has been successful in engaging McGregor's fan base, with millions of views on its videos and social media pages. MacLife also offers merchandise including clothing items, phone cases, and accessories. His business ventures have been doing great in bringing home the bag for him. So if McGregor does end up retiring this time, he's going to be all set, in terms of finances at least. However, McGregor has been known to previously retract statements regarding retirement. So we don't know if he's going to retire from MMA yet. He's been one of the most entertaining fighters in the world of combat sports. His fans would be thrilled to see him continue to compete. And why wouldn't they? There's a reason so many people love to watch him dance around in the octagon. He's known for his unorthodox fighting style, which incorporates a blend of boxing, kickboxing, and karate techniques. He's a skilled counterpuncher and often uses his movement and footwork to create openings for his strikes. His aggressive style and knockout power have made him one of the most entertaining fighters to watch in the octagon. His ability to dominate opponents and finish fights quickly has earned him a reputation as one of the best fighters in the sport. McGregor has undoubtedly been one of the greatest mixed martial artists of all time. He's had a bunch of memorable fights throughout his career. Some of them have gone down in history as some of the best in the sport. One of Conor's most famous fights was against Jose Aldo back in 2015. Aldo had been undefeated for 10 years and was considered unbeatable. But Conor shocked the world when he knocked Aldo out in just 13 seconds with a perfectly placed left-hand counter. Another of Conor's most memorable fights was against Nate Diaz in 2016. Conor had never lost a fight in the UFC before this match, but Nate was a seasoned veteran who had been in the game for a long time. The two fighters went back and forth for 5 rounds, but ultimately the Irishman won by a majority decision. His rematch against Nate Diaz later that year was also highly anticipated. The two fighters went toe-to-toe for 5 rounds in another exciting battle. But this time, McGregor came out on top with a majority decision. His fight against Eddie Alvarez in 2016 was another one for the history books. He dominated the fight from start to finish and won by TKO in the second round. He became the first fighter in UFC history to hold titles in 2 weight divisions simultaneously. Conor's fight against Chad Mendes in 2015 was also a memorable one. He'd only been in the UFC for a short time and many people doubted his abilities. But he proved them wrong when he knocked out Mendes in the second round, earning him his first UFC title shot against Aldo. Conor's fight against Max Holloway in 2013 was another highlight of his career. Holloway was considered a top prospect in the featherweight division, but the Irish Warrior proved too much for him and won by a unanimous decision. McGregor has had several memorable fights throughout his career, from knocking out Aldo in just 13 seconds to dominating Alvarez and becoming a 2-division champion. Conor has proven time and time again that he is one of the best fighters in the world. His fights against Diaz, Mendes, and Holloway were also highly entertaining and showcased his skills as a fighter. But what's next for McGregor after his retirement? The Irishman did state that he plans to focus on his business ventures, but he has also expressed interest in boxing. He famously fought Floyd Mayweather in a boxing match in 2017, which was one of the most watched fights in combat sports history. The Notorious One has also stated that he hopes to have 100 fights in his career. He's already had 29 professional MMA fights and 1 professional boxing match, so he has a long way to go to reach 100 fights. However, Conor has already accomplished so much in his career. He is a 2-division UFC champion and he has set numerous records in the UFC. McGregor has also been one of the highest paid athletes in the world. He can attribute that to his success inside and outside the octagon. So what can we really expect from his retirement? It remains to be seen if McGregor will actually retire from MMA competition. But if he does, he's going to focus on his business ventures and potentially even pursue a career in boxing. McGregor has already left a lasting legacy in the sport of MMA. It's something that his fans will always remember about his incredible performances inside the octagon. This has been Conor McGregor's plan after his retirement.